So today I'm going to talk about motivation. You know how sometimes as entrepreneurs that we can get demotivated and sometimes we can rediscover the motivation, that mojo that we lost and try to get it back. It all happens to all of us, right? Do you ever feel like you're lost when you're trying to achieve your goals, especially when progress seems like it's so far away? You know, we have all these goals and just that success is just like way down the road, and every time when you try to catch up to it, it goes further and further away. Especially when we are building our businesses, we are moms, we are wives, we are sisters, aunts, uncles. As a woman, we do everything, right? We put the responsibilities on ourselves. Sometimes we barely find time to pamper ourselves or do anything for ourselves because we're always doing for somebody else. And then sometimes that motivation can kind of like, die down because we're so overwhelmed with so many things that's going on. And especially in our business, and just the business alone can be stressful. But I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I believe in His grace. I believe in His mercy. And when we make Him first, we're not going to be stressed out. We're not going to be overwhelmed, okay? Because he's not a God of confusion. He is not a God of putting something over on so much on you that you can't handle it. You know, he put us through trials and tribulations, yes, because that's for a reason, right? To push us out of our comfort zone, to stretch us, to teach us something through the process because he's elevating us. But when we put on things that we do ourselves to overwhelm ourselves, that's our fault. If we do it God way, then we wouldn't be having all these problems, right? So let me talk about some of the things that I went through. But true, there's still so much I have to do. Yes, it's a lot that we have to do, right? And sometimes it can become motivating. And then what happens? Some people become procrastinators. Some people feel like they're ready to give up because maybe they don't have the support from their families, or maybe they just didn't find their groove yet, and they're inconsistent and they're not consistent. So they're not taking their goals and chopping them down in bite sizes. So let's talk about how you can rediscover your motivation during the journey of your success of your business. So number one, what I use for strategy, because I just recently was going through something myself. It was just a lot of things going on, and my motivation to not give up, but my daily routine has went off course because I was trying to do too much at one time. And then I had the 2 weeks. Well, I ain't gonna say 2 weeks. I didn't get 2 weeks because I had the mommy guilt and my son came back home early. But during that time, I was trying to fit in so much to get it done before he got back so that I could have more time with him and it wouldn't be so much. But that was the wrong thing to do. And then when I started doing that, I started dropping down on my daily schedule and staying up late at night, getting myself tired and not really getting up, giving my time to God, right? And then that's when things just start getting all crazy. So one of the things that some of us need to do is that we need to find a strategy to rediscover our motivation, right? So for me, what helped me is that you figure out where you want to be. So I already knew where I wanted to be, but I was just doing things that were out of the line of the vision of my business, right? So we have to go back to, what do you want in life? What do you want for your business, right? And when I say life because your business is going to be a big part of it, right? Because your business is the one that's your finances is going to come out of there. Your financial freedom is going to come out of there. Your time with your family is going to come afford you to do all these things from your business, right? So we have to learn how to, if you have not wrote the success of your business, then that's something that you should be writing. You should write and visualize how you want your dream life to be in everything, not just your business, your dream life. Because out of that business that you're building for yourself, it's going to carry out the life that you dreamed of, whether it's that big old house or that luxury car or a house on the beach, more time with your family where you're traveling around the world, right? I want to do a travel around the world with my son. I want to be able to go to different countries and visit different countries, and so he can see the other culture. And he is excited about that because I got him used to going out of the country, where we go to family vacations and we pick a place where we all go. Like we went to Jamaica, we went to Trinidad, we went to Puerto Rico, different places we went to. And because of COVID-19, we're not doing the family vacation this year. But I want to get back to that where I'm going to be doing more, where it's not just once a year. It's going to be more than once a year because I'm building my business for that dream where I am going to travel around the world, right? I want to have a chef that's going to come in and he's going to cook for me for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. So these are the dreams that you have to make plain, right? You have to envision it. You have to feel it. You have to envision the many details that is going to go into making this dream a reality, right? So figure out figure out where you want to be. That's one. Number two is commit these ideas to paper. If you don't have a notebook, go out and buy yourself a notebook. It doesn't have to be a pretty journal. If you want to go out and buy yourself a journal, there's journals, there's notebooks, there's anything that has plain white paper where you can use a pen and you can write, right? Write the details out clearly. It's something about putting your pen to paper. Your thoughts that you have in your head, you need to bring it out onto paper. Because when you do that, that's when therapy starts, right? You focus on what you want, right? You focus on all the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. This is the key. Focus on the things that you want and put it down on paper. So we already now figured out where we want to be. Now we want to put those things on paper because we want to make it clear. We want to make it plain. And how you're going to do that? You're going to take time for yourself and write these ideas down. Brain dump. Visualize what you want your business to be, how you want it to be, how much money you want to make, how many people you're going to hire, how it's going to be set up. You're going to create a roadmap for your success to your business. Okay. And when you start doing these things and you start putting those things to paper, your motivation just come and it's going to start arriving, right? You're going to start reviving back, right? And that's what happened to me. It wasn't like I was giving up. It's just that I just wasn't as motivated as I want because I was so tired and then things are not moving fast enough. But you got to remember that God does things on his time and in his season, right? We can't want more than what he's going to give to us right now. Right now, this is where I need you to be. And then I'll tell you when to move. Okay. When I move, you move. That's what he's saying. When I move, you move. When I tell you to move, you move. So my thing is that what do we do in the process? We write those things down, map it out, put everything that you have in your head on the paper, right? You need to be able to have a process, to have a process on paper, the information on paper, so that you can go back to it and you can read it and remind yourself and go back to it, right? It's just like our whys. We should be going back to our whys as often as possible. We should have our whys on a platter on our wall somewhere so that we can see it every single day and go back to that why whenever you're feeling sad, whenever you're feeling defeated or whatever. Other than going to God, Jesus Christ first, you want to make sure you have those reminders around as well. So number 3 is review your current goals. Now, I'm very big on goals, but when you create goals, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to create goals. One of the wrong ways is making unrealistic goals. If you're just starting out in business and you want to make 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 a month, that's unrealistic right now. Because if you have not identified what your niche is, if you have not identified who your ideal client is, if you have not identified your target market, all those things, if you have not identified any of that, then you're not going to be able to make 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 or more in your business. That's just unrealistic. Okay. So create realistic goals. Number two, have goals that are related to your dream life. I should have hit home there. Have goals that is related to your dream life. We make goals that is not taking us to our success story, our success business, the success business that we created. We're not making those goals. We're just making goals to stay busy. We're not making goals that's driving us to revenue. We're not making goals that's driving us closer to the success of our business. We have to set specific goals that we really want to achieve in life. What is the goals that you want to achieve in life? And if not, then we need to go back and revise those goals and really think about it and ask yourself, this is something, it's a process when we are working on our business. It's a lot of work. Okay. I didn't realize how much work and effort and energy it was going to take to start my business and continue out with the business consistently. Okay. You have to have consistency. You have to have motivation. You have to stay healthy. You have to stay hydrated. You have to eat healthy, because you have to feed your mind healthy in order for you to be able to think on your feet, to think about the things that you want in your business, and to also have the strength to continue on with the tasks that you have to do in your business. There's just so many things. You got to write emails to your group, your list. You have to do social media. You got to engage on social media. You have to like posts, and you have to share. And it's just so many things that we got to do. So my thing is that if we don't have clear goals and specific goals that's driving us to the success of our business, then you're going to be all over the place. And of course, you're going to feel like you're demotivated, because you are driving yourself to tiredness. You are driving yourself and draining yourself, draining your mind, draining your body, because you don't have the specific goals that are leading you to the success of your business. Your goals are only effective if you're if they're driving you towards the future you desire. And what do you desire? The success of your business, right? You want a successful business that's going to give you that house, that's going to give you freedom, financial freedom, that's going to give you freedom to travel with your family, that's going to get you freedom to travel with your friends. Whatever your goals are for your business, whatever your goals are for having a successful business, your goals for making $1 million in your business, whatever those goals are, you have to go through each of your goals. Now rethink your goals and ask yourself, is this goal is driving me towards my revenue goal? Is this goal driving me towards the success of my business? Is this goal in alignment with the success of my business? Okay. So number 4 is create visual presentations of your goal. It's very important to keep our goals in mind. Okay. Leave reminders for yourself. If you have goals for the week, get some sticky notes, get some note cards, get some poster boards, get a dry erase board. I just purchased a dry erase board. I just purchased a magnetic thing to put on my notes and stuff on. So when my dry eraser board comes, I can stick it on there. I just purchased a dry erase calendar. Now I'm writing down everything. I have a whole set where I have this, where I'm going to be writing down the tasks for the day, like reminders that I have to do for the week of my goals. Whatever tools that you need to get in order to help you remember and keep you in mind of your goals, get those things. Get a sticky. I At work, I have stick post-it things all on the side, lined up very neatly, mind you, neatly, about reminders of telephones and reminders of what I have to do at 9 a.m., what I got to do at 10 a.m., where I'm supposed to be, or whatever. Remind yourself of your goals so that you could stay on task with the goals and the success of your business. Sometimes we miss the point. We miss our goals. We miss achieving that goal for the week because we veered off. We started doing stuff. I'm a victim of that. I have goals, and then I could be on there, and I could be on my social media, or I can, instead of doing what I said I have on my goals, I'm doing something else. I'm like, oh, I forgot I have to do this, but that wasn't on my list of my goals to do. So if we stick to our goals, stick to the things that we said that we were going to do for that week, you know, it will be a better process. And then you'll get into a daily regimen where you're doing it every week. And before you know it, you are going to be knocking and achieving those goals like nothing. You know, it's going to be like, whoa, I got this far as a month already, and I'm making 2,000 already. I'm telling you guys, it happens. It happens, all right? And that helps you keep the motivation, help you keep your motivation. And keeping your goals in mind is essential to developing the motivation you see them through to their flourishing. Okay? So number 5 is enlist help and support. Okay? Surround yourself with loved ones that support you and your goals. It's very important. I know I have a lot of clients that have family members that don't support them at all. Okay, where it's like, you need to get a job. This is not working out. You cannot be around people like that. I'm telling you, because it's going to mess you up mentally, and it's going to add on extra stress that you already going through your business of trying to achieve your goals, or make that income or land that client, because you have other people barking in your ear about talking about, oh, you need to get a job. This is not working. We're not entrepreneurs. We don't have entrepreneurial blood. We don't have this. Let me tell you something. If God put the vision in you, you got it. There's no entrepreneur blood. There's no downline or whatever. If God put the vision in you for you to start your business, then you're going to have a successful business, right? There'll be some of the best help that you can get when you surround yourself with people to help you, motivate you. Now, when I first started my business, I tell you, I was filled up with so much motivation, because even without nobody telling me to surround myself with like-minded people, I gravitated to those people. I just started going on a rampage. I was When I was doing a lot of traveling before this COVID-19 last year or whatever. I was going to women's conference. I was traveling to Florida. I was traveling to Las Vegas. I was traveling all over the world. I met people. I met Master P. I was in his master class. I met I forgot the other lady that does the spin gym. I forgot her name. Forbes Riley. All those people that inspired me and motivate me to say that you can do it. Yes, Kayla, vision is your purpose. Yes, yes, yes. God's vision. I'm sorry. God's vision is your purpose. So if he put that in you, then it's your responsibility to carry it out. Write it out. Make it plain, right? And action. God is not going to give you the vision and then say, okay, poof, here's your successful business. We have to work at it, right? We have to put action. We have to move our feet, open our mouth, and do what we have to do in order for us to move towards that successful business that God put into us. And he has the roadmap, but we have to align ourselves with him and ask him. Remember, he is the CEO. You're not the CEO of the business. He's the CEO. And when you need an agenda, the agenda comes from him. When you need God to put the words, you ask him, God, put the words in my mouth on this consultation that I'm having. this potential client, give me the words. You should be praying every morning to God, meditating. Even if He don't say nothing to you in that 20 minutes, 30 minutes that you're meditating, believe me, He's activating already your feet. He's activating and putting things in place for you throughout the day. Who you're going to meet, what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and when you're going to land that client, right? So we just have to surround ourselves with people, like-minded people, um, uh, around people that will motivate you, cheer you on, and feed you positive energy. We feed off of energy, believe it or not. We feed off of energy. Energy. If you have negative people around you, Habakkuk 2:2. Yes, you make it plain. Yes. Um, when we around negative people, I don't know if y'all feel the energy when you're around negative people. It drains you. When I'm around people who's always talking negative about themselves or always saying negative stuff, and I was just having a conversation with someone else about this, about one of my coworkers, where I was talking about one day. This is last year, and I was saying, I said that we're going to move the company I am. We're going to move where we're going to be able. All the admins is going to be able to work from home, right? And this person kept saying, "No, no, that's never going to happen. I've been working here for something other years. That's never going to happen with all these managers, the way they think and all that stuff." But I have to sometimes remember that everybody, don't know what God can do, right? And when I speak like that, they like, mm, what are you talking about? No, that's not going to happen. But I'm like saying, you never know what God is going to do. And look what happened. We're here, COVID-19. We all working 9 to 5 from home. And now the company is really took a survey to look at would we want to work, how often would we want to work from home? Because it's working so well with every single person working from home. The work has lacked, productivity have went up. So I was like, go God, you just shut that person's mouth up, okay? Because my God, okay, when I put it out there, you know what I'm saying, it shall be done. So my thing is that you have to surround yourself with like-minded people, positive energy at all time, so they won't be sucking the energy out of you. I feel so tired and it's exhausting. Exactly. Exactly. So do I. So do I. And I had someone that I was close to that the energy um it was just draining me. And sometimes you have to separate yourself from that person, just to, cause that separation. There's certain things that you can do with them and certain things that you can't do with them, right? And last but not least is remind yourself consistently. So we all have to remind ourselves consistently about our why do we want these specific goals. If we don't, then that's why we get demotivated, because we're not constantly reminding ourselves. Just like we get up every day and we talk to God, we read our Bible and all that stuff. There's goals within your business, the vision that God has given us, right? And He says, write it and make it plain, right? So He didn't say write it and forget about it. He says write it and meditate on that. Okay, so that's what we need to be doing. We need to meditate on our goals towards the success of our business. So what I want you guys to do is, every so often when you're feeling demotivated, I want you guys to close your eyes and I want you to visualize the dream life that you want. Visualize it. And when you're closing your eyes and you visualize it, think of the details within that, right? So that it can sink in your head and you can see it, you can feel it, you can smell it, right? And write it down and review your action plan to remind yourself of how you're going to get there, right? Journal, write, write. And when the why of your goals is important to you, the how is more easily appears. Okay, so knowing exactly why you want and how you're going to get there brings consistency. So those were my tips on helping you remotivate yourself, rediscover your motivation when you're feeling down. Because it's a long process, it's a long road, and there's going to be times where you're not going to feel so motivated. But those are some of the tips and strategies that I have been putting in place, and it's been working for me. So I hope that this motivate you guys. I hope that you do use this in your business, or in your personal life. I mean, goals are goals, right? I hope I motivated someone tonight. So, y'all guys have a blessed day and have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening. And I will see y'all on the next live. And thank you for joining me live. And talk to you later. Bye.